So dance for me means to find different versions of yourself, as there are like as many versions of somebody as there are movements, and every time I do one movement I feel like I am becoming something different.
I find it really expressive. I like the challenge that dance can be as well.
Dance is... it's everything. It's in everything and it's in everyone.
I think dance is an expression of emotion, so it can be shown in different ways, whether that's something really small like a little celebratory dance when you achieve something, or beating to whatever might be on the radio whilst you're waiting for the kettle to boil.
Dance to me is something which we can share a message with. For me, it's something where we can spread awareness or just let people know how we feel, or address the issues in society which are less spoken about.
Dance to me is a way to express. I'm not so good with words or thinking, so dance allows me to show and also understand what I'm feeling and what's going on in my head and my heart and everything.
14 more people across Britain have died after testing positive for coronavirus. It brings the total number of deaths here in the UK so far to 35.
20,732 have now died.
28,376 have now died.
And there have been 138,487 deaths.
वायरस का कहर लगातार बढ़ता जा रहा है। बीते कई दिनों से भारत में रोज 9,000 से
What we would normally be spending in lesson and getting support from the teachers, we are spending on our own, and when we do need that help, you can message the teachers, and most of them do reply, but some of them don't.
To adhere to the measures, not because they were mandated to do so by law, but because it was for the common good.
Really worried. I was really scared. Am I going to die The thing is, if I die, how is it going to happen? What is going to happen? Is it that my parents are going to have to pay for my body to come? I mean, it was all there. I didn't know what to think. It was all there, yeah.
So mainly lockdown has affected my motivation.
To find any motivation.
To be honest, the main thing I felt at first was afraid.
The lockdown has affected me quite a bit. So I was stuck in the UK and I was just stuck in my room, and yeah, I couldn't do a lot there, so it was very frustrating.
Lockdown has affected me in a way that I had to return back to my country and not stop but change totally the form of my studies.
I'm not gonna lie and say, you know, I've been fine, because of course I've not been fine. Being in my third year of my university degree, and to be so close to that final hurdle, and to be told, you know, you don't get your degree show and you don't get your final goodbyes properly, you don't get to do the cap and gown, and it's a difficult topic to revisit.
I felt quite stressed because I was falling behind because I just had no motivation. Lockdown for me, I don't think has been great.
For me, I see being isolated as being obviously at a physical distance from people. Isolated for me is being alone, not necessarily lonely.
I feel like isolation is hard and really scary, but it's so necessary, and it's a chance to help the NHS and so many other people get, and then not just through money in a way, like it's to do our bit. Isolation's boring and it's not, COVID itself doesn't have the best of timings, like we're currently students, so that's not ideal. But I would rather be indoors for a longer amount of time than to be near anyone and for anyone to then get ill, so it's necessary and something I'm happy to do if that's the case.
Isolation, to me, is the idea of having absolutely no one. I know that isolation is also the term being used currently for, you know, staying at home, staying safe. It's funny, I've never really made that connection before, that the idea of isolation, a word that is normally quite negative and has negative connotations, at the moment is trying to be seen as almost a positive.
I think isolation is really hard for people's mental health and well-being. I think it's hard for relationships. I think it's hard for families being apart, loved ones. I think it's a really hard time for everyone. But what I've really enjoyed seeing is communities come together and communities start to thrive, because, I mean, for example, in my town, there's a Facebook page. And if you have any problems, you can just go on there. There's always notes coming through my door saying, if you ever need anything, call this number. It's been really lovely.
Uncertain, very uncertain.
For me, where I'm at right now, when I think about my future, I honestly do feel quite nervous.
I feel quite unsure about the future now.
Right now about the future, I don't know. It's so uncertain. These are such uncertain times.
It's very uncertain times for everyone. Lots of people finishing uni, lots of people still at uni, how it will progress.
Especially because of all this lockdown, I just want to make sure I have fun. I don't want to take any moment for granted.
I'm concerned about life in general, whether we will continue to do things as we did, or if we'll continue to show support for the NHS as much as we do, or continue to help the environment to carry on slowing down in a way.
Difficult to say that I feel completely confident, but it's also, I don't feel completely hopeless right now.
I will just see what opportunities are around for me at the time and try and take advantage of the opportunities.
I will definitely hope for the best, and I definitely think that things will get to normal very soon, and we're gonna all learn to live in a new world.
What I wish for myself is to just be happy.
That I'm happy.
I wish happiness and good health for me, my family, my friends, my loved ones.
I hope you're still living romantically, living fun and like every moment's your last, and making the moment and continuously making new memories.
Well, for my future self, I wish I just have everything that I dream of now. Like if I imagine myself in 10 years time, I just get this particular image. So I hope that really comes true for my future self.
I would like myself to be in 10 years time in a place where I can be as imperfect as I want,